And I'm not going to any FEMA camp. I'm not turning my guns in, and that's just the end of it. And I am defensive, though. And not just historically or from a Christian perspective, from a propaganda perspective, the fact that they are going to squeeze, they are going to gun confiscate, it's already happening all over the place. The harassment, the fact is, more and more people will defensively fight. The regulars are going to have to stand down. And if the people will just stand up and not be slaves, they're not going to be able to get away with this. You know, Obama's saying, don't worry. He's in the newspaper today. He's in the Sun-Times. Obama, don't stock up on guns. He says, well, I'm going to reasonably restrict your guns. That means ban many types, and it goes through his votes to ban it 308, 223, assault weapons. How he's going to create larger gun confiscation crews. I mean, it's all right here, and I've got news for the government. I'm glad that the American people are buying the gun stores clean and the ammo clean off the shelves at many times previous records. This is the all-time record, Sam.
It is. It is. I'm a gunsmith by trade at this point in my life, and I'll tell you that I've been cleaned out. My shop is empty. The one thing that people need to remember is that just owning all of these weapons is not going to help them. They need to know what they're doing, and they need to become disciplined riflemen. And this is where Appleseed comes in. They need to come out and learn how to use those weapons. And we don't make any hay about how they should use them, when, where, or why.
That's what I love. You are politically neutral, and some say you've got to throw in and say it's a military group and let's go off and have a war. No, you are a training arm to teach our heritage, teach our history, and to be mainline to get people trained in the skill of being a rifleman, hitting a target, a man-sized target at 500 yards, which basically anybody can do if you just go out and take the training. Tell us all about it.
Okay, Alex. The Appleseed program conducts shoots all over the nation, 2-day training clinics. We'll take a group of people and teach them to use rifles effectively. We teach them to the old standard that we used to use for the United States Army. It's readily achievable by anyone with even moderate fitness and health.
Yeah, there's no magic to this. It just takes a lot of practice. It's very exciting. Meet great people. Tell folks all about it.
Oh, they're fantastic people because they come out and they want to learn. They come with an open mind, and we teach them through 6 steps how to fire a rifle accurately and effectively. We generally do the training at 25 yards so that people can practice with a 22 if they want. And all these skills will pass on to larger rifles at longer ranges later on. But through this 2-day course, we go through, we make an initial assessment of their ability shooting on a target, which they save. And at the end of that 2 days, they fire the same target in course of fire. And they can compare those 2 targets and see what the difference is and how much skill they've gained. Most people that come think they're pretty good shots already. There's a lot of testosterone floating around out in America, and of course every American's a good shot. Well, they are from a bench with a scope-sighted hunting rifle, but that doesn't do anybody much good. That's not an effective application of the rifle. So we teach people to take a common, ordinary rifle and common, ordinary ammunition and be able to effectively control 500 yards in front of them. The rifleman's quarter mile, they call it. It's a bit more than a quarter mile, but that's what it does, 500 yards. A rifleman can hit any target he can see inside that distance, and that's a reasonable goal for anyone with a rifle. Now, we feel that if we have enough people in America who know how to use a rifle, use it effectively, that we will win the war without ever having to touch a rifle. I'm going to refer to an article that was written by a gentleman named Jeff Knox in the Shotgun News last week. He referred to the militia as mutual assured destruction. If we ever have to get into an engagement, it will be mutual assured destruction. And that is not the goal. Our goal is to be strong enough that the government and anybody else in the world will realize that you are not going to play with the American people, period. And if we have enough people who are trained effectively enough, no one will ever fire a shot, and that is our goal.
And that's why they're trying to demonize the culture, brainwash the children, and go after that way. We must explode as emissaries happily with the Second Amendment, getting everybody involved in its history, and then getting them involved in how to use a handgun, a rifle, a shotgun. But the key, as you said, is the rifle and the rifleman. That is mad. That is mutually assured destruction, and the enemy won't be able to move on us. But, Sam, I think in a way you're wrong, though. They are going to move, even if it is mad. They are mad. And they are moving with the National Guard in Illinois doing door-to-door gun confiscations under controlled areas.
With rising unemployment and an economy that continues to fail comes an increase in crime. Are you safe when you walk to your car? Are your kids safe when they go out? Everyone needs something to give that extra edge in case of an attack. You need DPS pepper spray from Mr. Defense.